Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Super Metroid. Last time, we were staying at this door. This time, we'll get through this door. We also collected Morph Ball bombs. Oh, that's ballable. Oops. We have missiles, super missiles, and a lot of rippers. We also collected Charge Beam. A lot of items for one episode. So, we can't really go up there. We can try wall jumping, but there's a bunch of rippers there. We're just going to take some damage. You can see more doors we can't reach. Power bombs to get through there. We're going to go down and get hit on the way down. Okay, Ripper. And we can go through the other door. We can go through this door. So, in this next room, it's one of the easiest items to break. You see there's a shot block. Technically, you can't get up here. And the item that is nearby, we can collect before, or we can go up here. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you it's there. I can show you I can do it. But I'm going to actually pick up this item later. And now we've entered the area of Meridia. And there's the tube. It's interesting, I always wonder how people build things underwater like this. Because, you know, there's water, you'd have to be able to breathe long enough to try to build it. I don't know. It's always interesting. There's probably a great, easy, reasonable explanation. So here's great. If you don't start bombing everything, you're not going to know this is here. Okay, can I please get this block? It's bugging me. You can use super missiles on here. So, sure, let's do just that. Okay, so that's how you do it. You're not supposed to actually be able to make it up there, because the thought process is, look, you can't jump, and if you try to, like, jump from here, if you actually successfully jump from here, you can't even wall jump from there from the looks of it. But apparently you can wall jump if you jump from down there. So what they want you to do is go down this elevator. So we shall go down. Now how many areas we've explored in this one episode? We explored Brinstar, Red's Brinstar up there. We've explored Meridia. And now we're in Norfair. Super Missile opened this door while I have one. But I'm not going to go through it. Instead, I'm going to Super Missile this door and go through here. Our immediate goal is to not pick up this energy tank, but okay. Our immediate goal, you can see the door closed behind us, is to get down here and try to shoot this thing. Did not succeed. We're now going to go down here and shoot that thing. Once again, you can wall jump up here, but otherwise, your goal is to go through that door down there. And you'll be able to not have to wall jump. I'm doing this entirely so I don't have to kill the thing again and I can just open this door later. Because for locked doors, sometimes doors are locked by enemies. And when you kill all the enemies in a room, then you happen to be able to open those doors. But if you don't open a specific door, let's say there's 2 doors in an enemy locked room, you go through one, you're going to have to go and kill all of the enemies again if you don't open the other door. But now that you have high jump, you can see you can make these jumps. You can also just wall jump if you wanted. High jump boots are great. And they're going to help us get through that giant, scary blue mouth of death. We can also jump up these platforms more easily. So it's going to make our life overall easier. What else is going to make our life easier is going back to that room. And I showed you that you can wall jump up. I'm not one to... I don't enjoy, anyway, doing all the speedrunning techniques for an audience when I'm trying to do just a normal Let's Play like this. If I was doing a randomizer, all day, every day. But this is a normal Let's Play, and so, while it's good to show off the fact that you can do these kinds of things, it's something that I don't think one should, if you're doing just like, yep, this is playing vanilla super, then you should just do all of the techniques. You can show them after getting the item, or before getting the item, just don't collect the item. But you should try to do everything legitimately. Now, I collected those super missiles and missile and reserve tank and everything without having the proper item. But the reason I did that is because you're going to see another one of those gate instances, and you're going to know how to do it. Although, because the item that you get, you're not even going to be anywhere near the room with the super missiles in them to be able to actually use. Like, you're going to have to travel mostly across the map to get back. And besides, I already had super missiles, so it's not like I was getting an item out of logic, as they say is in randomizer terms. Basically, I could get the item. Well, actually, okay, the way I'm going to define logic's is going to be different. The way I'm going to define logic is you have a super missile, so there's no reason you can't go and get another super missile, even if it's through some speedrunning techniques, because everything, it's just an extra ammo. It's not like I'm getting an item like Ice Beam through something like that, where none of you all will be able to collect Ice Beam. You might not even know how to collect it unless I show you. You already have supers, you already know how to collect those supers because I showed you. Yeah. But we also just got a new item, Spazer. As you can see, it fires 3 beams. Actually, okay, it looks like 4. Why does it look like 4? Okay, if you look at it up here, there's 3. Yeah, 3 beams instead of your normal 1. So it gives greater area of radius, but also does more damage. So now I'm just an even stronger beam. Normally, you wouldn't be able to do a whole lot against these key hunters. You saw when we were fighting Sposo right before we got to Spore Spawn about that. This is what, a power bomb thing? Yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna go this way. You saw when fighting Spore Spawn how much damage they took. You also knew I was using missiles on these green space pirates. It's because they would only take damage to missiles with my basic power beam. But now that I have Spazer, I can just fire normally. The green pirates also happen to take damage to charged shots. So if you had your basic power beam along with your charged shots, then and your charge beam, then you'd be able to damage them that way without using missiles. But there's also just collecting Spazer. Really game? Okay. So we have our first real boss with an eye door. All major bosses are protected by an eye door like that. Okay, game. I've never seen someone jump through the door into Kraid and take damage on the spikes there. But here we have Kraid. We're going to try Oh, I actually managed to get 2 supers in him. Nice. There's a way you can do a Kraid quick kill where you can one-round him, but you have to be good enough to one-round him. I don't have to be skilled enough to... Well, I also just don't have the practice of doing the Kraid quick kill, but you can actually pump enough super missiles into him where he actually dies, and it's great. So, here, you have another item. Fire suit. This suit you'll see the purpose of very soon, because it's very needed. But alongside the hidden function, it also allows you to take less damage, so you're not going to die nearly as often. And there's probably some errors, if you noticed, in Kraid's room after he died before we went and picked up Fire Suit. That's just a natural thing in Super where the game doesn't know how to handle anything. And so it just doesn't work very well. I mean, it's an SNES game, so it's Nintendo's coders had to deal with the fun limitations of the SNES. But it was still... This game is well coded, other than the speedrunning techniques that they didn't think about or chose to keep in anyways, thinking, the casual player's not going to discover it. Who knows? You know what's actually would be interesting is, like, games where they not necessarily encourage speedrunning, but they allow speedrunning to exist, where they're just perfectly okay with it, and as long as the game functions how they want to otherwise, they just keep in all the possible speedrunning techniques. That'd be interesting. Just like a speedrunner friendly game while it's also being a casual friendly game. So not being too difficult and not being too easy. Well, actually, it could be too easy. I just not being too difficult. That'd be neat. I mean, this game, for the most part, has some fairly easy tricks once you practice them enough. Like Alcatraz Escape in the first episode, that's not too difficult if you have enough practice. Mockballing, once again, with enough practice. Anything with enough practice, technically, you don't have to worry about it. But it's also shouldn't be a lot of practice. Most of the practice is how to go through a door and then go wee bonk. You have to get like the perfect timing on the morph ball, but otherwise you're fine. And we're about to get into another area that wall jumping and such will allow you to get some items early instead of doing that because that's cheap. And while I know how to do it, doesn't mean I should. Really, I don't want to die in here, game. There's a missile. This is called Cathedral in the randomizer terms. And there's a missile at the bottom of this lava here, and I've already taken a tank of damage by swimming in lava. That's great. And now we're gonna go through this door. So, I call hidden feature of Varia suit is this. So, you see these, the wavy effect in this room? It's called swimming in lava. No, it's called heat. And there's a heat system in this game, which is just this room is heated or this room is not heated, but still, there's a heat system where if you don't have Varia suit, you'll take a bunch of damage from heat just by existing in the room. You don't even have to do anything to cause the damage to happen. You're just there. I think this is, oh no, it is the pipes. And so Varia suit just protects you from heated rooms. Bubble Mountain here happens to not be a heated room. This is also the name for it because there's a bunch of bubbles, though it has the wavy effect like it would be. If I took off Varia suit, I shouldn't take damage. But there's a way to wall jump up there, and you can get a few items by wall jumping up there. We won't be doing that. Instead, I'm taking a little bit of damage, so I'm going to go and save. Save station. Yes, I would like to save, please, game. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alright. So now we're going to go back down through here. We can bomb that. Okay, well, hi. Hi, Firebug. And shoot there. Yep. Bomb this one. And there's actually a way to farm some resources here. So let's do that. There's some bugs here that you can farm. And you can stand. It might not look like you can stand there, but for some reason you can stand there. It's great. Okay, so now we farm that. You'll see that there happens to be, shoot these bugs, a missile, or a blue gate here. Normally, you could shoot this with the beam, if you're on the other side, but you can also shoot a missile through it. I'm not going to try too much, but you can shoot a missile through it, and it'll actually hit the beam. It'll hit the little beam gate register, and you will actually be able to glitch the gate open. You're not supposed to be able to, and that can lead you to areas if you really want to go there. I wasn't actually going to go through there if I had succeeded, but I thought I'd try to show it off. I'm also not good at gate glitching, but it's fine. I'm good at a lot of the techniques, but also I don't practice a lot of the techniques because, why would I? It's not like I need them all the time. This is wrong door. This is just another farming room. We're going to go down here. And this is one of the few areas where I genuinely never go to, and therefore don't even remember how to, like, get some of these items, because there are legitimate ways, and then there's the speedrunning ways that I use. So, this is the intended path. We'll do intended and the unintended. This is the intended path that I never take, and I'm trying to remember how to do it. So we have another rising lava room. Oh, you can just crawl through here. Shoot this. There's some little snaky dudes. They're in just about every Metroid game. Because they're in Fusion. I'm pretty sure they're in Zero Mission. There's probably some variant of them in the Prime series. What 2D game I'm missing? They might be in Samus Returns. I feel like they're probably not in Metroid 2, but that's because it's Metroid 2, and it's not. Now, AM2R, I do think there's some in. And AM2R happens to be a very fun game. Very fun. And I'll be playing that as well. It's a mix of Zero Mission and Super Metroid style controls. So I'll probably play those two first and then play AM2R just to give you a feel of how the games are. Although I have one major complaint about Zero Mission, and so I'm not too terribly certain if I want to do an LP of it because of it. It'd be one of those things is I'd have to just see what the audience wants, because I could torture, I'm gonna say torture, because it is absolutely awful, and there's nothing good about the part of the game. Also, I think you're not supposed to be able to make it here. Hold on, am I trying to glitch this? Yeah, okay, well, I'll just show you. You have to take some damage, but you can wall jump up here. I'll just open this door. But, yeah, okay. Well, since I'm trying to do intended, I just won't pick that up. I just won't pick that up. Okay. That's fine. I could save a lot of time from it, but it's okay. There's an item in that room, an important item. But you saw those little tiles in the ceiling? That's going to be important. That's going to be how we get there, because obviously wall jumping is not... It's not the intended path. You can, but they never force you to take damage. I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless you're fighting against a boss and you're not good. But that's really not forcing you to take damage, because if you're good enough, you won't. Oops, lava bath. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the game never forces you to take damage for anything. So, and you might be able to do that without taking damage, but I'm going to doubt it. I'd say press X to doubt. X is jump. So, that's where I want to, I'd be jumping. Jumping to doubt. Interesting. Here, I'm just going to run through here. Have some crumble blocks around. Would be interesting. And if you make it to the very end, there is a missile up here. Rewarding you, I guess. And also helpful if you don't have missiles and you need to open this door. I have super missiles, so I shall open this door. And we have a new item. Actually, yeah, it is a new item, new to the series even. It is Speed Booster. And you're about to see what it does. And see the lava's rising here? Yeah. Speed Booster. Turns you blue and you actually go super fast. And we want to shoot the door open. Yeah. Did I manage to jump over that block? Nice. How did I take damage? Excuse me, game. Yep. Those are all gonna fall. Yes, so now we have Speed Booster. So that is how we're supposed to get past those gates. Where I got the super missile and reserve tank and everything. It's not where I went. It's not how I got it. It's how you're supposed to get it. So, I can either go back this way to try to get back to the start of Norfair, or I can kill these bugs. Murder their families. And can go through here. And here. Go through this door. And we can speed boost through here. There's some speed booster blocks. And a save station here, so we'll save, having gotten speed booster. And now we're gonna go up through here. There's still a door we can't open. But you notice, I opened this door. I opened this door a while ago, because there's a super door. I never went through. So let's go through. What's interesting? You can get past this gate. What's also interesting? You can get past that gate. What's even more interesting is that I'm going to do it legitimately. So, you can get past those two gates like that. One just by running. You don't even need speed booster, you don't even need mock ball. You don't need any of that. You can get through the gate. The other one, you can do the mock ball that I did. Or you can speed boost, and you get rid of those blocks. Not that you can do anything there, because they're power bomb blocks. And, well, you don't have power bombs. So, you notice an item progression thing? Yeah. That's it. So, there are two ways to go about doing this. If you can morph, you can go like that. And it's actually a really easy trick. All you need to do is be able to morph mid-air, which is just hitting down. And now we have Ice Beam. Getting a lot of weapons, a lot of upgrades. So now our beams are blue! Amazing blue beams. Miwaku no beam. This is definitely not Charlotte, but okay. But you can see Ice Beam, well, freezes things into ice. So the proper way to go, you can go back the way you came if you want, as I had shown you, or you can go this way. And you would have shot down, when you climbed up, you would have shot down those blocks. And you would have fallen down and been able to do that. Also, apparently that guy was there. I did that trick thinking I had to do that trick, but you did not. If you freeze that guy in the middle, you also don't have to worry about lava damage, but I just didn't. Oh well. Oh, I actually got it. So, there's these gates, and we can't go through those power bomb blocks. So what can we do? Well, other than a possible freeze trick to get that item that I was wall jumping to, there's really not anything we can do here. I could do that blue gate glitch as well, but once again, none of those are a legitimate way to get those items. So, since they're all made, well, yeah, you get a major item eventually from blue gate glitch, but you have to go through quite a few rooms. We're gonna go back this way. Go back the way we came and see what we can do with our newfound powers of speed boosting and such. Theoretically, I could get eaten by this monster. Now, theoretically, I could get stuck in spikes and die, or I could actually use a speed booster trick that might be... Oh my god, jump Samus. Might be possible for a casual player. I don't know. But I could also just not have to worry about whether it'd be doable and not do it, so... Instead, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come up here. And there's a way up here we couldn't go. There were a bunch of rippers that we couldn't get past. What if we froze them? Now we can use their spiny shells as platforms. I say spiny, they're not spiny, they're shells, but not spiny shells. We can do the parkour, there we go. And now we'll be up here with a bunch of Venus flytraps or something. They're releasing flies, so I don't think they're Venus flytraps. Never mind. They're not flies. They remind me of some sort of bees. Also, wow, that was dangerous. It's not great. Not the best. It's fine. We're alive. So cacti. These cacti here are some of the best ways to farm. You can see there's some suspicious tiling here, so we'll go down. Oops, there's some interesting bugs here, and there's a super missile door. Please give me my super back, or not. Okay, and I landed in the spiny Samus Eater. They're actually called Samus Eaters. It's interesting. They exist solely to eat Samus. Oh, I could have gotten out of that, too. Here we have power bombs. Our first set. I think every set gives us 5. Yep, so we have 5 power bombs now. And might not know, but you can power bomb that and get some missiles. Damn, we're casually at 3 energy tanks, a reserve tank, 75-ish missiles, some 10 supers and 5 power bombs. Interesting. I completely actually forgot that this existed. I was like, oh yeah, you need to go up and get the power bombs, except when you don't, because I just don't ever, I mean, you have to collect power bombs, but also I just get through all those, everything I need to without power bombs, and then also without grapple. I beat the game without grapple, because you don't really need grapple. Also, these do a lot of damage. And you can get through that Samus Eater. You'll notice, be like, well, why can't you go through the Samus Eater? So the hint they give here is actually the fact that if you look at all the other plants, they have these little pinchers in them. Like this one that's gonna pinch me, doesn't do any damage, or drags me into the Samus Eater. Again. And so out of the 3, only one of them doesn't have the pincher in it. And so you're like, okay, well there's not a pincher here. Why is that? And if you bomb, you'll notice that you can power bomb and all that. And then we're going to go up here. Now we have newfound power bombs. We could go back down to Norfair. We also could go up this elevator. And now we're back. Might recognize the area a little bit. We are back to Criteria, and we're shooting crabs. Oh yeah, charge beam doesn't drag items over to you like it does in some games, that's right. We can shoot through here. And there's some key hunters. A power bomb door, which we'll get. We can go through here. And you notice, well, you could go through here, and you can actually get this item through strategic strategies, but it's not something a casual player can do. I can't even. I could do it with enough attempts, but, you know, I don't know the proper way to do it, so I'm not going to. So we'll instead go back through here. Go now, and oh wow, I got launched. That was convenient. I think I like almost mini speed boosted up. Yes, that we've explored some of the map. That's because we're back to the ship. See what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save here. And save, yes please. The ship is a free refill. But also, I'm going to end this episode here. So, I'll see you all next time.